Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up? And today I'm going to be doing my Crackpot theories on A Court in Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. If you do not know what A Court in Mist and Fury is, A Court in Mist and Fury is the sequel to A Court in Thorns and Roses, which was released last year. This book was like my favorite fantasy book for a really long time. Like, I love this book. But then, you know, Queen of Shadows came out, and that's like my favorite fantasy book ever. But this was one of my favorite books last year. I loved it so much. This is such an amazing story and I just had such a fun time reading it. I have a really close bond to the series because when this book was released, I got to go to a Sarah J. Maas book signing when the book was released, and I got to meet Sarah, and she's like the nicest person on the planet. Look, she signed my book, and there's hearts and everything, and just, it was such an amazing experience. But about 2 days ago, I think, Entertainment Weekly released an exclusive sneak peek to this book, and I just read it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to talk about this excerpt, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I am very excited for A Court in Mist and Fury, and this book comes out on May 3rd, and I'm very excited to read it. Now, before I go into my theories, I'm not going to read the excerpt out loud because it's really long, so I'm just going to link it down below so you can click the link down below and then read it and then come back here so we can discuss it together. So goodbye, not spoiler people, if you have not read the excerpt yet, because I don't want to spoil you on anything on the excerpt, and you should go read it because it is amazing. So bye, not spoilers! Okay, so let's discuss this excerpt. So this excerpt starts off with Farah talking about her immortal power, and oh my goodness, she sounds like a god or something. Like, her immortal power is like super duper powerful, and it's so weird. Farah talks about how she shattered not one, not two, but 5 glass doors by accidentally closing them too hard. Like, who does that? Like, Farah, she's powerful, man. I guess whatever type of fae she is, she's like the extreme all-powerful fae. I know she's a high fae, but like, it sounds like she's like high fae, because I didn't remember this, but it was talking about how in this she has immortal power, but she still has her human heart, and I forgot about that. But so maybe since she has her human heart, maybe that makes her more powerful, or maybe it makes her weaker. I don't know, but by the looks of this, she's like super duper strong. Let me just say, while reading this excerpt, I forgot how much I missed Farah, because Farah is a really fun protagonist in my opinion. I mean, at first you have to get used to her in the first book, but I mean, by the end I like really liked her because she's like really sassy, but not as sassy as Elaine from Throne of Glass, of course. Then Farah starts talking about the tattoo, which I actually forgot about that tattoo, the tattoo she got for Rysand's deal, and she starts talking about Rysand, and it has been 3 months since the events of Armacia, and Rysand has made no contact to Farah, and I'm just like, what even? Rysand seems like the type of person not to forget something like this, and Farah like kind of pretty much states that. She's just like, but even if Rys had miraculously forgotten, I never could, nor could Tamlin, Lucen, or anyone else, not with the tattoo. So I mean, if Rysand actually forgot, that would be a miracle, but I'm pretty sure he didn't forget. Maybe Rysand has been planning something for these past 3 months, or maybe he just doesn't want to see her, because then she talks about that meeting they had before he left to go back to the Night Court, and I do remember that. I don't remember what she confessed to him. I'm not sure what that's about, but I remember that conversation happening and how it was like really awkward and weird, but I don't know, maybe he's not coming back because he doesn't want to see her, and like because of that conversation? I don't know. I just want to know why Rysand has not made any contact in the past 3 months. Like, that does not make sense. Like, if I was Rysand, I would not forget about this. I would be like, oh, Farrah, you and me, we got that deal, remember? Like, how could you possibly forget something like that? So, I'm pretty sure he didn't forget. Then, Farrah starts talking about Tamlin, and she goes back to her room, and Tamlin's there, and I'm really happy Tamlin was in this excerpt, because, you know, Tamlin is my lovely fae prince, and I love him so much. Farrah talks about Tamlin being asleep, and she's just like, his naked body was sprawled across the mattress, and for a moment I just admired the powerful muscles of his back, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. But the next few lines, I couldn't even, but it says, so lovely traced by the moonlight, his golden hair mused with sleep in the fingers I run through it while we made love earlier. I don't know why, but I have this thing. I don't like it when authors say in books that two characters made love. Like, I just don't like it when authors use that term. I'd rather you use the term sex than made love. And I know that's weird, but just like, maybe it's just how it's said in this. I'm just like, I'm sorry, but like, I couldn't even, that line, I was just like, she says it so calmly, and I'm just like, what even? Poor Tamlin. By the looks of this excerpt, it seems like Tamlin is pretty much traumatized by the events of Armasia, and that's understandable. Like, he should be traumatized. I mean, he was like captured and held captive, and Armasia probably did stuff to him that wasn't good. So, I mean, understandable. But like, Tamlin, he sounds really different from this excerpt. Tamlin actually kind of sounds like a butthole in this, because there's one point when Farrah's just like, he never woke when the nightmares dragged me from sleep. Never woke when I vomited my guts up night after night. If he knew or heard, he said nothing about it. Tamlin, what even? What type? What? That's awful. That is like the worst boyfriend ever. Like, Tamlin, you're supposed to help her and comfort her, not just stay asleep while Farrah's just probably screaming her head off from these nightmares and throwing up. Like, Tamlin, go help your chick, not just stay asleep. At the end of the excerpt, Farrah talks about how Tamlin and her don't really talk about what happens in their dreams. They're talking about how it's their unspoken agreement and not to let Armasia win by acknowledging that she still tormented us in our dreams and waking hours. It was easier to not have to explain anyway, to not have to tell him that though I freed him, saved his people and all of Prisia from Armasia, I'd broken myself apart. Just like, I don't understand why they don't talk about it. Relationships deal with talking. So if you guys want to be better, like, I know they're not normal and never are gonna be the same again after these events, but like, at least talk about it. And Farrah like mentioned earlier about how she wondered if she could hear his breath, but she never had the nerve to ask him if he was awake. Like, Farrah, ask him, ask him, ask him. I just kind of feel like Farrah and Tamlin's relationship in this doesn't sound that good. Maybe it is good. Maybe I just need to see like Tamlin awake or something. But I don't know. Just the way Farrah talks about this, I'm just like, so are you guys good or not? So theories. Wow. Okay. Well, I had that theory about Rysand, and maybe he's doing stuff in the Night Court. Maybe he's planning something. Maybe he's actually our enemy and is gonna do some stuff to the Spring Court. I hope that's not what happens, because, man, for some reason, I just have this faith and trust for Rysand. Like, the more I think about Rysand, the more I actually start to like him, and it's really weird. Another theory, maybe Farrah is like super duper powerful fae, like high fae, because of her mortal heart. Like, how did that happen? How did she get immortal power but still has her mortal heart? See, I read this book 50 million years ago. I don't remember like anything that happened in that book except for like the important stuff, obviously. But How? How did she still have her immortal heart? That's so weird. Another theory, Tamlin and Farah, maybe they aren't the best. Maybe they just make out all the time and that makes them feel better about themselves, but they don't talk about their problems. And that'll probably become an issue in this because, like, couples in books never talk about their problems and just they need to. So Farah and Tamlin need to start talking about what's happening in their dreams, and Tamlin needs to better be a better boyfriend and wake up and help Farah talk about their issues. Now I sound angry about this because I am. Like, if they're not talking about this, then their relationship is gonna go down the drain, and I like them together, and I don't want them to, like, break up because they didn't talk about this and just kept all their feelings to themselves, because they shouldn't keep their feelings to themselves. They should talk about these things. But no, Farah doesn't ask him if he's awake or not, and she should. If I was Farah, I would be like, oh, Tamlin, are you awake? Because I gotta talk to you. I feel like this video wasn't really theories. It was more just of me yelling at this excerpt and me being, like, kind of upset. Like, I'm not mad, but I kind of am. I'm so conflicted. This excerpt has messed me up. Like, why? Why did I even do this to myself? Now I just want the book. Now I just, like, want to reread ACOTAR, because ACOTAR was fantastic, and I probably should reread it because I don't remember nothing. But yeah, I think that's it for this video today. I'm sorry it was pretty much just me yelling at this. I have a lot of feelings about this, and I just need the book to figure out these things. Remember that A Court of Mist and Fury comes out May 3rd. That's also the day when Trials of Apollo comes out, and I'm probably not gonna get this book the day it comes out because, you know, Trials of Apollo comes out. So that, my friends, was my crackpot theories on A Court of Mist and Fury. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more videos dealing with Sarah J. Maas's books, you can click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video up soon, so I will see you then. So goodbye. Yo.